Imbiko, isiphakamiso, imbono kanye nezethembiso okungenzeka sivele kule ngxoxo akuzona izoKhozi FM nenhlangano yeSABC. UKhozi FM luhamba phambili.
UKhozi FM luhamba phambili, sizothi nje kancane ukuntshontsha lapha ku Dr. Umar IFATUNDE okhona la eAfrika, eSouth Africa, uvakashela indawo ehlukahlukene koSoweto nakuphi ke sizwe nje ukuthi ngabe ngempela uzizwa kanjani njoba ela eNingizimu Afrika eze kwi conference ebaluleke ngendlela eyisimangaliso. Usekhona ke la nonkosi sesizakwazi ukuthi sigcine simthole udokotela. Welcome to Khozi FM.
Thank you, Queen. Glad to be with you.
Dr. Umar IFATUNDE. I know that before you were Dr. Johnson, but now you are IFATUNDE. Can you briefly tell us why you've changed your surname?
I've had the name IFATUNDE for 12 years now, and many in the community do identify me as IFATUNDE, but it's only been this year that I have been making it a concerted effort to make sure people stop using Johnson and use IFATUNDE.
Okay, I can see from your profile that you are a clinical psychologist and you specializes with parents of children with disorders. I know that there are so many things that you can educate us as South African citizens about disorders that are happening in our children. But for now, could you tell us briefly about who Dr. Umar IFATUNDE is?
As you said, I'm a doctor of clinical psychology, certified school psychologist. I am author of Psychoacademic Holocaust, the Special Education and ADHD Wars Against Black Boys, as well as Black Parent Advocate, the Art of War for Dealing with America's Public and Charter Schools. I'm also a Pan-Africanist, former Minister of Education for the Honorable Marcus Garvey's UNIA ACL, and I'm currently finishing up renovations on the first school in American history to be completely and independently financed by the African diaspora, the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy.
Dr. Umar, you are known for being a strong voice on Pan-Africanism. Could you describe for us what exactly is Pan-Africanism? Because we don't understand.
If I were to sum up Pan-Africanism in three principles, the first principle would be that all African people are one family, no matter where we are on the planet, no matter what flag we pledge loyalty to, no matter what language we speak, no matter what religion we belong to, whether we're dark skinned or light skinned, whether we have kinky hair or curly hair, whether we're short or tall, whether we have green eyes or brown eyes, all African people are one family. And we need to identify and unite as one family. And we need to ensure that we identify as being African before anything else. Nothing is more important than your Africanity because God made us African. We chose Christianity. We chose Islam. We chose the religions. We chose the professions. You can give up your nationality. You can give up your religion. You can never give up being African no matter how much you try. So African identity is central to the Pan-Africanist. Number two, as Africa goes, so goes all African people. There is no liberation for Africans in the diaspora without there being liberation for the African continent first. The reason why we in America haven't made more progress, or the brothers and sisters in Canada or the UK or Paris haven't made more progress, is because Africa needs to make more progress. The child cannot enjoy a higher status than her mother. And Africa is the mother of us all. So until Africa is strong, none of us in the world can be. And third, self-determination in everything. We believe that whatever is to be done for Africans must be done by Africans independently and exclusively without any outside funding and without any outside participation. So we reject membership in African organizations by non-African people, and we reject funding for African people from outside of the race as well. Everything is supposed to be independent. From building black families, it needs to be a black man and a black woman. I do not support interracial marriage in no way, shape, form, or fashion. Every institution, every family every system, every corporation must be 100% all African.
On the line, we also have our economic analyst, Nonkosi. We call him Nonkosi as a clan name, but his name is Kukuletu. Kukuletu mfowethu, uyamuzwa udokotela uma ekhuluma ngokuAfrika bethu kubaleka kwethu izinto efuna siyithole njengama Afrika ebala ngisho funding nokuthi ikwi center ye identity yethu indaba ethinta iAfrika. Khona Paula kwakho ngakusho la? Kukuletu. Okay, let's continue with you, Dr. Umar IFATUNDE. What do you think we as Africans need to do to embrace this Pan-Africanism?
Well, our great weakness as a race, and this is a global condition, and that is disorganization. The most honorable Marcus Garvey said the greatest weapon used against African people is disorganization. We are not in the condition we're in purely because we are African. We are in the condition that we are in because we allow the European to out-organize us. We allow the Chinese to out-organize us. We allow the European Jew to out-organize us. We are the least organized of all races. And if we are to exist, if we are to survive in this competitive 21st century reality in which we live, we have to get organized. But the problem with a lot of us is we have been so indoctrinated and brainwashed by religion into thinking we are powerless against our condition and that we just simply have to sustain the mistreatment that we receive from other people until Jesus comes to save us or until Allah comes to save us. And that religious indoctrination has made it almost impossible for African people to achieve the sense of urgency necessary for us to get serious about our condition, to build and institutionalize and prepare to defend ourselves. We are so weak because we think it's okay to be weak. And we have been trained to think that being weak is somehow a blessing from God.
Imbiko, isiphakamiso, imbono kanye nezethembiso okungenzeka sivele kule ngxoxo akuzona izoKhozi FM nenhlangano yeSABC. UKHOZI FM luhamba phambili.
Dr. Umar, thank you so much for coming to our station, the biggest station in Africa. Do you know that?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Glad to be with you. It's an honor.
Yeah, I know that you're an American citizen, African personnel in diaspora. I know there are so many things that you'd like to share with us, and there's a message to all Africans that you'd love to share. What is it in your heart before you leave? I saw your videos. I was following you all the time before you came. Even here, I saw you in Soweto, chilling somewhere there, and you were saying what's happening in Soweto, stays in Soweto. There are so many things. You are so a chilled man, chilled doctor.
Oh, yes, indeed. Thank you so much, Mama.
What is your message?
My message is African solidarity, African independence. My message is that we can win and we can overcome every problem that we have, that our biggest enemies is ourselves. As the Honorable Marcus Garvey said, the only person who can destroy the African is the African ourselves.
Okay, before you leave, what can people expect tonight as you are going to address the International Africa Week?
I'm going to deal with the central importance of African solidarity and the need for us to get organized and to get serious right now. We're going to deal with economics. We're going to deal with politics. We're going to deal with education. We're going to deal with the survival of the black family. We're going to deal with the issues that plague our brothers and sisters in South Africa, throughout the continent, and throughout the diaspora. So we're going to take a tour through the issues and challenges that face African people and end up at the solutions.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Queen.
Thank you so much. Sekhona ke uGugulethu wakwaXaba esesivalela nje sigoqela aphinde futhi ke asitshela ukuthi mhlambe ke kwenzakalani ke namhlanje. Nonkosi.
Yebo. Shenge.
Yebo siyazanqamukelana lapha.
Siyanqamukela ngeqolisa ngazi nami kwenzakaleni lokhu ngibambise.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Mhlawumbe ukusigoqela nje usivalela konke nanokuthi ke namhlanje kulindelekeni kakhulu nanokuthi nje mhlambe uphinde kusihlaziyele njengoba ethinte kakhulu kaze ezomnotho enkulumeni yakhe namhlanje.